Hello students, today we are going to start the revision of chapter number 2, that is whole numbers. Now we are familiar with the natural numbers like counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. They are the natural numbers which start with number 1, so it is the smallest natural number. And we know that there are so many, infinitely many, uncountable natural numbers are there. Now, when we see that all the numbers have predecessor and the successor, but as we know that the number 1 have successor, but it does not have the predecessor. And therefore, if we add the number 0 along with the natural numbers, then the 0 can be written as the predecessor of 1. So then the collection of the numbers in which 0 is included in the natural numbers. So we get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. That collection together is known as whole numbers. So here it starts from 0, so 0 is the smallest whole number and they are also uncountable or infinitely many whole numbers. Then on the number line we put 0 and then on the right side of 0 at the same distance we can put the numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on. The distance must be same, and we know that on the number line, if two numbers are given, then the numbers on the right side is greater than the number on the left side. It means that as we proceed from 0 to right side, the numbers are getting larger and larger. So we get the number line, and then on number line we know to add. When we have to add the numbers on number line, we have to move towards the right side, and when we subtract, we have to move on the left side of that number. Then we will learn we already learned actually, but we will do some examples when we are proceeding that side. Then also we have the properties of whole numbers like closure property, then the commutativity, associativity and the division by 0, which is not possible. Also we learn the property of distributivity over the multiplication over the addition or the subtraction. We know that the whole numbers are closed under the operation of addition and multiplication, but they are not closed for the operations of subtraction and division, because we do not get the answer again as a whole number. So as I told you, the whole numbers are closed under the addition and under multiplication. And because division by 0 is also not possible, and therefore it is. So we have to remember that division of a whole number by 0 is not defined. Then associativity, before that commutativity. Commutativity means when we add or multiply the numbers in any order. 3 5s are 15, 5 3s are also 15, 3 plus 5 is 8, 5 plus 3 is also 8. So the whole numbers are commutative for addition and multiplication, but not for subtraction and division. Associativity property also, that when we have to add or multiply three numbers, then we can make the group of desired numbers and then we can add or multiply. So associativity also hold only for the addition and multiplication, but not for the addition and subtraction and the division. Then we learn the numbers like the additive identities and multiplicative identity. 0 is additive identity because when we add 0 to any whole numbers, we get the same whole number back. And therefore, 0 is called the additive identity. Similarly, when we multiply any whole numbers by 1, then product is the whole number again. 3 ones are 3, 5 ones are 5, 8 ones are 8, 0 ones are 0. So 1 is the multiplicative identity. So 0 is the additive identity, while number 1 is the multiplicative identity. And then the distributivity, we will talk about distributivity later also again. And then some patterns also we learn. So now today we are going to do some blanks which is based on this things that we already discussed now. So let's see the blanks. Fill in the blanks. First is the smallest natural number is blank. So now it is very obvious. Natural numbers starts from 1, 2, 3 counting numbers starting from 1. So the smallest natural number is 1. And the second, the smallest whole number is blank. Whole numbers means natural numbers plus 0. And it starts from 0 and goes 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. It means that 0 is the smallest whole number. Then the third blank said that blank is a whole number but not a natural number. Now we know the numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now among these, which number is such that it is a whole number? But it is a whole number, but it is not a natural number. We know that 1, 2, 3, 4 all are the natural numbers. But 0 is a whole number. 1, 2, 3, 4 are also whole numbers because they are in the collection. But 0 is only the number which is a whole number, but it is not a natural number. So here also answer is 0 is a whole number but not a natural number. Next, division by blank is not defined. We already discussed now that when we divide any whole number by 0, we don't get answer. And therefore, division by 0 is not possible. So in this blank also, answer is 0. Now, fifth, on a number line, there does not lie any natural number on the left side of a blank. We know that natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if you see that all the other numbers have some natural numbers on their left side. But 1 does not have any natural numbers on its left side. So here answer will be 1. Similarly, the sixth one, on a number line, there does not lie any whole numbers. Here it was natural numbers, here it is whole numbers. Whole numbers on the left side of blank. Whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So all the other numbers have some whole numbers on the left side. Even 1 has also one whole number 0 on its left side. So which number does not have? Obviously 0. On the left side of the 0 there is no whole number. So here your answer will be 0. Now next blank. There are blank natural numbers. Can you please tell me how many natural numbers are there? When you start from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Sometimes some students in a hurry give the answer 100 because they know that from starting from 1 to 100. But what about 101? Counting number. Can't you count 101? Then they will say, sir, 1000. Then what about 1001? 10,000, lakh, crore. It is not ending. It means that there are infinitely many natural numbers. Or you can write down uncountable also. So we can write down uncountable. Or you can write down infinitely many. Only many is not the answer. Because 1000 is also many. But infinitely many should be the answer. There are blank whole numbers. Obviously, they are also same uncountable or infinitely many. You can write down any answer, uncountable or infinitely many. Next, the product of two whole numbers is always a blank number. So when you multiply any two whole numbers, it is a property, closure property. When we multiply two whole numbers, the answer is again a whole number. So it is always a whole number. Then next, 12 plus 25 is equal to 25 plus 12 is true by the dash property of addition of whole numbers. Here the order is not important. So when we add two whole numbers, then their order is not important. We can add the numbers in any order, and that property is known as commutative property or commutativity or commutative property. So we will write down commutative property of addition of whole numbers. Blank is the additive identity. We already discussed about it. Which is the additive identity? Which number is such that when we add to any whole numbers, the same whole number will be the answer. So when we add 0, the answer does not change. It means 0 is the additive identity. Next, blank is the multiplicative identity. It means that which number is such, when we multiply it with the whole numbers, the product is that whole number again. Obviously, it is 1, 7 ones are 7, 9 ones are 9, 0 ones are 0. So, 1 is the multiplicative identity. So, answer is 1. Now, 3 plus into bracket 5 plus 8 is equal to into bracket 3 plus 5 plus 8 is true by the blank property of multiplication. Then it should be multiplication here. So now you know that for addition and multiplication, for both, this property holds. You can make groups of the desired numbers. When 3 or more numbers are there, you can make the group of desired numbers so that your calculation is easier, and that it is known as associative property. If it is plus for addition, if it is multiplication, it is for multiplication. So here it is associative. And the last, 8 multiplied by 4 plus 6 is equal to 8 multiplied by 4 plus 8 multiplied by 6. So when multiplication and addition together are there, then there is only one property is such. There is the last property, distributive property. Distribution of multiplication over addition. So here it is a distributive property. So it is true by the distributive property. So here we are going to stop this session, which will be in the PDF, and in next session we will do some more blanks or some examples. If any problem, there is comment section. Thank you very much.